privilege it is to be exhausted by a challenge that you chose for yourself. I read that somewhere this week and it really just stuck out to me. These days with social media and stuff, I feel like it can seem so normal to go and run a marathon or a half marathon or whatever sort of challenge it might be, but it really isn't. And I feel like anybody who can set themselves those challenges should see it as a real privilege. This past week, I've had some time to reflect on the race and how it went. And honestly, I'm super happy with how I performed, but I really just wanted to sit down and voice how it actually went.
Who's next, please?
The days leading up to the race, like the adrenaline and the nerves were really kicking in. Like I feel like every single day I was like ticking off the day, like 4 more days to go, 3 more days to go, 2 more days to go. In terms of race strategy, I think that has to start with fueling. So about 3 days out, I was eating around 4,000 calories a day, a whole load of carbs. And in hindsight, I think that panned out really well. And then when it comes to how I actually wanted to run the race, I knew I wanted to do a negative split. So starting off a bit more reserved. And then when I started to kind of get into the groove and feel the rhythm, be able to just kind of really kick on and finish strong. The days before, I was really planning my timings per K and where I wanted to be at specific checkpoints. So I just knew exactly what I had to execute on the day. And I think that turned out really well as well.
I've never done it before, so I'm looking forward to it.
I also planned on taking a gel like every 20 minutes or so. And every third gel was a caffeinated one. So as soon as I kind of started to feel like things were starting to slow down, that caffeine would just kind of give me that boost, and I feel like it really did. Training that week, my body felt amazing. Honestly, I felt so fresh.
Let's go. Easy work.
Chiama.
So when it came to the day of the race, when the sun was shining, the air was like crisp, I was just feeling so ready to go. I've never quite had the feeling of standing at the race start for a decent period of time as well, with thousands of people around. That was when the adrenaline was definitely starting to kick in, and I was just trying to tell myself, like, don't go out too hot, stay calm, stick to your plan, and things will work out. The first few Ks, I really just wanted to go out controlled, enjoy the crowd, enjoy all the amazing support that was there. And at the end of the day, I chose to do this, so I wanted to do it with a smile on my face. I just wanted to try and stick with the 140 pace group, but they actually started quite far up ahead of us. So I just knew that if I kept them in my sights throughout, then I'd probably hit my target time. I didn't quite prepare for some of the inclines. Like, there was a lot more elevation than I thought. When we hit 10K, I was like, damn, like that's gone pretty quickly. And I could not see this 140 pace group up ahead, so I knew it was kind of time to really pick up the pace. My body was feeling great, so it was time to step on it, basically. We actually started playing this little game, which was a real help. Like I said to my buddy Luke, who was next to me, I was like, do you want to play a game? He was like, what? And I was like, yeah, let's play a game. And so I just said to him, that guy up front in the red and black t-shirt, let's catch up to him. And then you pick the next guy to catch up to, and so on, and so on, and so on. So that was quite fun. We were doing that for about 6 to 7K, just trying to kind of catch up to the next guy, catch up to the next guy, catch up to the next guy. And then we turned a corner and the 140 pace group were right there. And I was like, okay, look who the next guy is. The guy with the big freaking 140 flag on him. Like, let's get it.
Well done, Ari!
And that's really when the fire in my belly went off, because for a moment I was starting to doubt, like, are we gonna catch this 140 pace group? And when we turned that corner, I was like, let's go. Like, I'm feeling great.
Easy work.
I knew at this point that I had so much more to give. Like, nothing in my body was holding me back. My quads weren't sore, my calves weren't sore, my hamstrings, nothing. One thing I definitely messed up on was I did not go to the toilet before. Like, the queues were crazy. So I was like, nah, I'll be all right. And that was definitely a rookie error. So I did have to make one pit stop. At 18K, I actually passed the 140 pace group, and it just felt like I was overtaking everybody, whereas everybody else in the race was kind of hanging on. The last couple of Ks were actually my fastest splits, like 430s, couple of 420s, and my final one was like 410, which I was super happy about. And at this time, like, the crowds in the kind of finishing areas and those finishing Ks, like, they were insane. Like, the noise was incredible. And every time I would like go past a crowd, I just tried to have like a big smile on my face and kind of take in those last moments, because I do feel like the race went really quick.
Yeah, mate.
And then crossing the finish line was just surreal. Like, I was shattered, but I was also so proud. I actually had a bit of a mess with starting my watch too early, and then I started my phone a little bit later, so I didn't actually know what time I had finished, but I knew I beat the pace group, which started ahead of me, so I knew it was positive. And then I actually had to ask someone, like, how do you check your chip time? And then I went on my phone, managed to check my chip time, and it was 1:37:59. So we can call that 1:38 flat. And I just have to be so happy with that, especially with the elevation and everything else like that. It's really given me a lot of confidence, to be honest. Overall, I feel like I nailed the pacing. With the fueling and the hydration, I just felt like a consistent energy, like with no crashing, which was incredible. And the effort throughout was just controlled, which really allowed me just to enjoy the race rather than feeling like I hated my life in those last few Ks. As I sit here now, I feel hungrier than ever, I feel fitter than ever, and I can't wait to tell you guys about where and when the full marathon will be. And just remember, this is just the starting block.